Hey guys, what's up? This is my first official, no, not just official, it's my first video on my own channel. I have a vlog channel if you already didn't come from there, almost every day, and we've been vlogging for, oh gosh, like 8-9 months, no, more than that. It's gonna be a year in September, so whatever that means, so 10 months, there we go. I've been wanting to start my own channel because I just have so much to say, you guys, and I just haven't gotten around to it. So I am finally getting around to it. I am losing the light a little bit, so I'm going to try and hurry up a little bit. I guess this is kind of like an introduction in a way. If you guys have any other questions, if you don't already know me from the vlogs, and go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and I will be happy to answer that in another video or directly on your comment. But I am going to do the military spouse tag. Oh, and please don't mind like this background, like I will eventually get like props and cuteness and stuff, but this is honestly like I just had to do it because I knew if I didn't start and just do it, then I never would start. I'm just gonna jump into it now and answer the tag questions. So I just have it on my phone. Okay, so the first question is, how did you and your spouse meet? We met in high school. Well, we have two different versions of the story because we technically met in 8th grade because my friend went to a church like group camp thingy, like Wednesday, you know, you go on Wednesdays and whatnot, and there's like stuff going on, and he was dating some girl that he went to middle school with, and we went to different middle schools, and my friend was friends with his girlfriend, so he was like, oh, there's blah blah blah's boyfriend, and I was like, dude, that guy's really tall. That's like was my only opinion of him, and like I just never thought of him ever again. And then freshman year we went to the same high school, and like I didn't even register that was him. I just didn't think much of him, and I was dating one of his friends. Me and that guy like kind of had a weird falling out, so he didn't have a very good opinion of me. He thought that I was like snooty. Well, I can have him explain that in another video, but anyway, when we officially like met, we were at a birthday party, and I was sitting on the couch and he was sitting on the couch, and he threw a pillow at me, like, and the sharp edge of the pillow hit me right in the eye, and my eye got super red, and I think I was wearing makeup, so I was like running, and I was super embarrassed, and like he thought it was super hilarious, and I was really mean, and that was like his introduction, and he says that was his way of being sly, but definitely wasn't. Like, it was just really embarrassing, and for me. And then from there we became really good friends, like best friends, like he was my brother. And then it blossomed into something more like 2 years later. So yeah, that's how we met. And the next question is, how old were you when you two met? So technically we were like 13 if you want to count when we were in 8th grade, but when we like started talking and knowing who we were 14. How long have you been together? We have been together as a couple for 5 years. We started dating when we were 16. Yeah, we started dating when we were 16, and we are now 22. Just turned 5 years of being together in May, and we've been married 2 years. Where are you and your spouse originally from? We are both from the same city because we obviously went to high school together. We are from the South Bay in Torrance, and we love it, and it's the best place ever. How did you feel about him joining the military? Well, I don't want to cry. Well, I never have had anybody in the military. Like, I am first generation here from both of my parents, so like we didn't have like, oh yeah, my grandpa went to the military, like none of that. So I had no idea like what military life like entailed. Like I just knew like military life from the movies pretty much. And I remember when we were still friends, we went home one day, I was at his house like every day, like after school. He had gotten like a letter or like one of those like recruiting cards from the Navy, and his mom said something or he said something, and I was like, no, you are never joining the Navy. If you join the Navy, we're not gonna be friends anymore, because I don't want to like get attached to somebody that's just gonna leave and like might possibly like something happened to them, because that was my like idea of what the military was. Like if you were in the military, like you had such a great possibility of like dying, you know. So I did not like it at all, and that was just like such a far distant thing that I never thought that was actually gonna happen. So when he did start to like look into it, I was excited because that's what he wanted to do. So I don't know, mixed emotions, I guess. That's how I initially felt. Where did your spouse go to basic training? He went to Chicago. Oh my gosh, now I forget the city. I can't remember the city, but yeah, he went to Chicago because he's in the Navy, and that's where I think all of the basic training is for that. Has your spouse ever been deployed? Yes, he has. He's deployed right now, and it sucks majorly. It's so good. I hate it. He's been gone for 4 months, and he will be home earlier than the ship, so that's really exciting, and we didn't expect that. And I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to jinx it, and I don't want to get my hopes up. Like I just even talking about it gets me like ah. But yeah, he has definitely been on deployment, and his first and last. Ever been to his promotion ceremony? You guys, I am such a bad wife. I know I've been to things, but I can't remember what they were for. I remember one time he was, no, yeah. Okay, I think that, no, I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Remember we like took picture, and like the guy came up to us and was like, congratulations and whatnot, but I don't know if that was for an award or for a promotion. I can't remember. Let's just say, yeah, I've been to everything. I really have been to everything. I'm like the only wife sitting there. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I just go. How long have you been a military wife? I've been a military wife for like 2.5 years, the whole time we've been married, but I've been with him the whole time that he's been in the military, which will be 4 years in December. Did you marry him before or after he joined? I married him after. Yeah, he was already in he was in for like 1.5 years when we got married, but we were living together before then. So how did your husband propose? We were living together, and one day I was in the shower, we were gonna go somewhere, get ready to go somewhere, and it was the morning, and then he told me to come out, and there was all these flowers in the living room, and it spelled out, will you marry me? And then he got down on one knee and asked me, and it was super cute and romantic, and we have it on video somewhere, but I don't know where. Where did we get married? We actually got married here in this house that I live in, at my mom's house, and yeah, we definitely want to have like a huge party, wedding. I didn't get to wear like a beautiful white dress, and we don't really have that many pictures, and I want to be able to have those memories, and I want to have a party, like celebrate our love, but unfortunately that did not happen at that time. So we want to maybe do like a vow renewal ceremony when we turn 5 years of being married, which will be like 2.5-ish years, 3 years. How old were you two when you got married? We were 19. We were both 19. Did he wear his uniform on your wedding day? He did not. No, he didn't. Where are you and your spouse currently stationed? So I don't know, because I think he's technically stationed on the ship, and I am not stationed anywhere. So before we were stationed in Virginia, I just moved back in March. Yes, in March. And when he left on deployment, so now that he's on deployment, that's his duty station technically. Did you live on base? No, we have never lived on base. We've always just ventured out into like the city that we lived in, and we like that better. I don't know, it just suited us better. And how long were you married when you had to go through your first separation? Like 2 weeks. I think we got married we got married February 1st of 2013, and then like 2 weeks later, he left for like 2 weeks, I think it was 2 weeks, and then I left for Chile because that's where my dad's family lives, and I went to a wedding, and he didn't have enough time to go, so we were pretty much gone from each other like the first like month of our marriage. But then after that, he didn't leave for like till like last year. What is your favorite base so far? We've only been in one base, Norfolk, Virginia, and it was alright. It was really big, and I always got lost there no matter how many times I went. Like, Frankie would always have to direct me, and I would end up getting lost. So anytime I had to go and do something there, I would be like super early, because there was just always that chance of getting lost, and it always happened, but I was prepared. Do you think your spouse looks good in his uniform? Duh. Frankie looks good in anything. I'll just lie. But no, I definitely think he looks cute and sexy. I know that, and I miss seeing him in it, and love him in anything. Like, duh. Do you think military life is more advanced than civilian life? More advanced? Life is life. I don't know, like, what does that even mean? More advanced, like, what does that mean? It's different. It's definitely different. Nobody, unless your husband is like a traveling salesman or like a truck driver that has to be gone all the time, like nobody really goes through that, you know, where you have to be away from each other for so long. And it definitely feels like the military like owns him, and I don't think there's like many jobs where you can't quit for per se. Like, that feels weird to me. Like, I don't know. But to be more advanced, they're just different. They're different, but life is life, and I love the Navy for giving us a start, and even though we have to be apart, it has definitely grown us, and it's helped us see life differently, and we definitely appreciate each other much more when we're together, because we know that time is limited, and we don't argue over stupid things when we're together, because we know like how it feels to be apart, and we know that there's a possibility that we're going to be apart again. So I guess in that aspect, like, it's more advanced because we get to see like a broader perspective versus like when you're just in everyday life and you know that person's never going anywhere. You can take them for granted. I don't know. I don't even know if that's what the question is asking, but that's how I took it. Like the benefits you receive as a military dependent. I mean, yeah, it's nice to have health insurance and dental insurance and many jobs offer that, so it's just kind of like any job perk, I guess. And it's nice to, when I lived back in Virginia, we would go shopping at the Next, and that was nice to have tax-free stuff. But besides that, there's no like huge benefit that I see, at least, besides the security of him always having a job. So that's nice. You have a lot of military wife friends. I would say a few, yeah. I'm friends with a good amount of his coworkers' wives, and one of my friends from out here actually joined the military, and she got stationed out in Virginia. Do you support your spouse as a member of the military? Yeah, I definitely support him in anything he does, and this is something he's doing for right now, and when he moves on to the next thing, I will support him then too. So yeah, that was a military spouse tag, and I hope you guys liked it. Let me know down in the comments below what other videos you want to see. I am so excited to start this channel, and if you guys want to check out our vlog channel where you can see my son and me doing our little daily adventures, go ahead and subscribe and check it out. See you in the next video. Bye! Our little daily adventures. So yeah, that was the military wife spouse tag. No, what?